Episode 7 of Invincible Season 3 just dropped and the Invincible War lived up to the hype. Let's recap and review it. The episode starts off with a flashback, finally giving us a disgusting look at what Angstrom looked like after his fight with Mark. We then get this montage where we see each evil Invincible wreaking havoc across Mark's world. Mark gets called to the prison after Mohawk Mark completely destroys it. We then get this insanely cool fight between them with Mark asking who sent him. At one point, a group of heroes start fighting Invincible after mistaking him for an evil variant. On day 2, Cecil calls in multiple heroes from around the world. Even Mark end up flying around a completely destroyed city when they find hooded Invincible. Meanwhile, Oliver tries the same move he tried on the Mahler twins against Cap-Vincible, but it does absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, as Mark and Eve are fighting hooded Invincible, Omni-Invincible catches Eve and snaps her leg. Back at Guardians HQ, this entire fight was so sick. We even get a parallel to how Omni-Man killed the first Darkwing. And finally, the moment we were all dreading, my skeleton. Rex sacrifices himself to save his friends against Goggles Invincible. We then get this sick shot of a few evil Invincibles looking at the destruction they just caused. This scene in itself had so much aura. Finally, the remaining variants tell Angstrom they're done with him, and he needs to give them the worlds he promised them. And of course, Angstrom sends them all to some unknown world, leaving them stranded. Cecil teleports Mark to Angstrom, and as you could imagine, an insane fight between them ensues. By the end of it, Oliver tells Mark to kill Angstrom, and Mark was finally going to, but hesitates for a brief moment, letting Angstrom slip away. After it's all said and done, Invincible helps with the cleanup, but of course Powerplex is there and loses it on Mark. Eventually, they're able to gain control of him and take him back to the GDA. Cecil asks Mark to lead the new Guardians as Duplicate and the Immortal are retiring, to which Mark obviously declines. And finally, as Mark is helping with the cleanup, we hear the words,
"Stand ready for my arrival, worm."
Now, I know this might be a hot take, but I'm not sure how I feel about the voice. Nonetheless, the episode ends with the beginning of the Conquest fight ripped straight out of the comics. This episode was peak, from the fights, to the animation, to the voice acting. Definitely one of the best episodes yet. It sucks that Season 3 is ending, but I am hyped to see this insane fight in Episode 8. Drop a comment below, what are your thoughts on the Invincible War, and if you enjoyed, make sure you like and follow for more.